What everyday thing weren't you allowed to do growing up? My mom banned me from using any kitchen appliances after I accidentally started a small fire making toast when I was 7, but that was years ago. Now at 14, I still wasn't allowed to touch the stove, microwave, or even the toaster without supervision. She put child locks on everything and installed a camera in the kitchen that sent alerts to her phone. I had to eat cold cereal for breakfast, sandwiches for lunch, and wait for her to get home to heat up anything. I was the only freshman who couldn't even make ramen. At school, kids laughed when I admitted I'd never used a microwave alone. My crush Jake thought I was babied. Even teachers looked confused when I couldn't help with bake sale prep. Safety first, Mom would say. Kitchens are where most home accidents happen. You'll thank me when you still have all your fingers. Dad tried reasoning with her once. She's starting high school. She needs basic life skills. But Mom pulled out printed articles about teen kitchen injuries. Third-degree burns, severed fingers, house fires. Dad just shrugged at me apologetically. Everything changed when I started visiting Mrs. Bennett next door. She was 82 and struggling after hip surgery. One day, I saw her through the window trying to reach her teapot on a high shelf, wobbling dangerously on a step stool. I ran over and got it down for her. "Thank you, dear," she said. "Would you like some tea?" That's when I learned Mrs. Bennett had been a chef for 40 years, owned 3 restaurants. Her kitchen was like a beautiful workshop. Copper pots, worn wooden spoons, knives so sharp they scared me. "Your mother means well," she said when she noticed me staring longingly at her stove. "But fear shouldn't stop you from living." She started teaching me secretly, every Tuesday and Thursday after school, while Mom thought I was at study group. First just tea and how to hold a knife properly, then scrambled eggs, soup. By month 3, I was making beef Wellington. Mrs. Bennett never made me feel stupid for not knowing basics. "Everyone starts somewhere," she'd say, guiding my hands as I julienned vegetables. Even Julia Child couldn't cook until she was 37. One evening, Mom decided to surprise me by picking me up from study group early. She was taking me out for my birthday dinner, but when she got to the library, I wasn't there. She tracked my phone to Mrs. Bennett's house. She burst through the door to find me pulling a perfect souffle from the oven, wearing Mrs. Bennett's apron, surrounded by the smell of caramelized onions and fresh bread. "What are you doing?" Mom screamed. Before I could answer, she started hyperventilating. Her inhaler was at home. She couldn't catch her breath, turning red, then purple. Her emergency medication was in her purse, but her hands were shaking too hard to open it. Mrs. Bennett was too frail to help, but I knew exactly what to do. I'd been preparing her medications for weeks, organizing her pill box, learning what each one did. I grabbed Mom's EpiPen from her purse, removed the cap, and administered it perfectly, something I'd never have known without helping Mrs. Bennett with her daily injections. Mom's breathing stabilized. The paramedic said I'd done everything right. "Where did you learn to use an EpiPen so well?" I looked at Mrs. Bennett, then at Mom. "Mrs. Bennett taught me. She's been teaching me lots of things, like how to be careful but not scared." Mom stared at the kitchen, the knife block, the open flame on the stove, the mandolin slicer on the counter, then at me, calmly cleaning up while we waited for the ambulance, turning off burners, covering food, wiping surfaces. "How long?" she asked quietly. 6 months. I can make 73 different dishes, and I've never been hurt, not once. Mrs. Bennett spoke up from her chair. "Your daughter has gift. Natural chef. She respects the danger but doesn't fear it." Mom looked at the souffle, still perfect despite everything. "You made that? From scratch? No recipe." The next week, Mom removed all the child locks. She still watched nervously as I cooked dinner, gripping the counter when I flambéed something, but she ate every bite. Mrs. Bennett passed away 2 years later, left me all her copper pots and her handwritten recipe book. I'm at culinary school now. Mom brags to everyone that I'm going to be a chef, though she still texts, "Be careful," every time I post a story from the kitchen.